We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And he returns this to the 22.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll look to throw now on first down. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. You look at this Niner defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Up the middle, here's Walker. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with career touchdown number 60. And the Seahawks need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And the 49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Niners 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Purdy. complete to McCaffrey. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Three. 19, 18. 70,
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throw out wide to Walker. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
You look at this Niner defense.
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game, because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on. Set.
Looking to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now back to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Ready? Get it. Hawk 70.
They're going to look to throw. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
First down. A gain of 15.
Let's go.
First down, Seahawks.
Cowboy 80. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Elijah Arroyo, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Shotgun now with Purdy. That is caught. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Purdy. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Get set, up.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And a pretty quick burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Back to throw, Purdy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Yellow.
Purdy now to throw. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But Did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Traffic! 60 in!
He'll drop to throw. He completes this to Walker. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here we go, here we go! 19, 18, ready?
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Yellow. Yellow.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Second and 10.
Get set, get set. Hot, hot.
A quick throw here out to Brown. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
20! 5! Touchdown! 49ers! Christian McCaffrey, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Moody good with an extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7.
49ers 7.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
Ready, set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And Walker has it. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's down the field. He's got Arroyo.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And Myers winds up yanking it. This is no good. Wide to the left, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Final play of the half. Purdy.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Throwing here, Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Purdy looking to throw.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs.
And this is going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Warriors 70. Let's go now. 65, 19.
They'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And it's fielded at the 34.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, this is McCaffrey.
101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Purdy.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
3rd and 12. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else.
Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
They'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Yellow.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Go.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slam, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Purdy.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try and grab that lead back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hawk 70. No. Unlock right. Unlock right.
On the counter, it's Walker. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, finding Smith-Njigba.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Smith-Njigba in motion right.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
18 Cardinals.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
60 Bobcat. 18, tied in.
Back to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Here we go. Go.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Pass caught, Arroyo right side.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Elijah Arroyo.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
49ers 14. Michael Dixon,
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Yellow. 18. What's up? Yellow.
Here's Purdy to throw.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Watch out. Here we go, boys. Twenty-one. Yellow.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
Run around, up. You're not. Yellow.
Purdy to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
2-yard line.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
Yellow.
Purdy to throw.
This is caught. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is now to gimme.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And we may very well be headed to overtime.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
This is 1st and 10.
39 Broncos. 18 Rattler. 18 Cougar Knights.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses, also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Buccaneers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's first.